What's up, everybody? This is Casey Washak with the Rolling for Revenue podcast, your jiu-jitsu business podcast. Guys, if you're trying to level up your jiu-jitsu school, create more impact in your area, as well as create a business that supports your lifestyle, guys, this is the podcast for you. So today, guys, what I want to talk about is something that I think most of us are doing, and we need to do better. Most jiu-jitsu schools have one price, one membership, one number, maybe a small family discount, a veterans discount, student discount, and that's it. Nobody questions it. We just copy what a professor did. And when we open up our school, that's what we do too. And we call that tradition, right? But here's the uncomfortable truth. If your school only has one price, you don't have a pricing strategy. You just have a habit, all right? And habits don't build scalable businesses, okay? So what we need to do is we need to challenge this. I want to challenge the industry for a minute because we evolve our techniques, we evolve our strength and conditioning routines, we evolve our marketing, we evolve social media, but pricing, we're still doing what our coaches did and what our professors did in 2005. And not only is this costing you money, but it's limiting your students' progress. And so let's just start with the student side, all right? Not every student is the same. You got the hobbyist dad who trains twice a week. You got the competitor who trains 6 days a week, 13-year-old who just wants confidence, and the ambitious blue belt who wants to accelerate and take over the world in 3 months. What about the family of four trying to make it work financially? Why are they all being forced into the same bucket financially, the same price point? Imagine walking into a restaurant and there's only one option, one meal, take it or leave it. And that's what most of us are doing inside our jiu-jitsu schools. So here's what tiered pricing does for students. It gives them a choice. And most people don't like to be sold. They like to choose. So when you can sit down with somebody and you can give them 3 tiers, the bronze, the silver, the gold, and they can psychologically commit to a path for them, and you can just guide them along. Now they're not just training, they're on a trajectory, they're on a track. And this increases their commitment because they were buying into it. They were part of the solution. All right. And the commitment increases retention, and the retention is what actually builds the wealth in our business. So now let's talk business. This is where it gets real, because let's say your school has 150 students. Everyone's 175. Say there's no discounts. There's no family discounts, veteran discounts, second family member discounts, none of that stuff. That's about $26,000 a month. Sounds good. Sounds solid. Now ask yourself, how do you grow? You got to get more students. Or raise your rates, or you got to sell them more stuff, right? We've talked about this in other episodes, but you've capped yourself in this model. So let's just play with some math, right? Same 150 students, but instead of one price, you have 3 tiers, all right? Let's say the bronze is $165, the silver's $205, the gold is like $275. Let's say 70 stay at the bronze, 50 choose to do silver, only 30 choose the gold, all right? Let's do this math. So basically, overall, I'm not going to break this down. You guys could do this math. But overall, we're looking at just creating those tiers and people choosing their path. You're making $4,000 more a month. It's over $30,000 a month when you just give them options. You didn't add a single student. In that $4,000 a month, that's an extra $48,000 a year. No new staff, nothing. No new marketing spend, just options. So what does this look like? Let's just say only 20% of the 150 upgrade. That's 30 people from 175 to 275. That's only a $100 increase, but that's an extra $3,000 a month, an extra $36,000 a year. Could you use that? Could you put that towards marketing to get more people? And most schools are sitting on this. It's just they refuse to evolve because this is all they know. Okay. They only know this one way, and it's because it's what they learned from their instructor, who learned it from their instructor, who learned it from his instructor, all the way back to the Gracies when Carlson Gracie did the first group class, all right, in the 60s. So this takes no more coaching energy. All this is giving them different options and tiers. This aligns with their values and how much they want to use the gym. And that's fair for everybody. All right. So when I talk about this, especially when I'm working with a gym, there's typically some resistance. I don't want to confuse people. All right. And it's funny because some of the techniques, inverted lapel guards and worm guards and all these things, leg entanglements, we teach those, but we can't give them 3 options to choose from and explain those 3. So that's on you. All right. If they're confused, it's because you don't know how to explain it and maybe you don't believe in it. And so I'm not telling you to sell anything you don't believe in, but you have to believe in what you're selling. All right. There's second thing is there's this martyr mindset in jiu-jitsu. If I change more, I'm not authentic. If I make good money, I'm not traditional. Listen, Carlson Gracie, who I'm an affiliate of, died broke. And he was the man. Everybody loves him. He's legendary, but he didn't have a good business model. All right. So margins equal freedom. Giving people variety and options where they get to choose gives them freedom, and you're just listening to what your members want. And then there's the copy and paste syndrome, guys. That's where we usually find our pricing. We try to do the middle ground of who everybody else in our area, and everyone dies in the middle. People want options. People want customization. People want premium pathways. 20% of your membership will do the highest price thing just because of status. They want you to know. That's why they wear show-you roll gis over elite gis. They want you to know. So guys, everybody needs to evolve. The fitness industry is evolving. The yoga is evolving. Pilates, jiu-jitsu, we're fighting this evolution. And the ones who actually evolve and do this are the ones that are actually going to be leading from the front later on. So let's talk about this. Bronze, basic access, maybe twice a week, 3 times a week, entry-level commitment. Then we got our silver package, unlimited classes, access to specialty classes. Like if you do events every so often, seminars or bully-proof seminars, different things like that. Maybe 1 semi-private per month. And then the gold, unlimited everything. Do it all. It's up to you. All right. Semi-privates, competition training, accelerated development pathways, sitting down with the coach where they actually talk to you about your game. Now, we're not just selling jiu-jitsu, you're selling pathways. And people get to choose now which path they want, okay? So, bronze to gold in the business, progression in both worlds, the business and the client experience and the client pathway. Now, here's the real leadership challenge. The structure that got you here is not going to take you to the next level where you want to go. If you're stuck at 150 members, if you're stuck at 25K a month, you feel capped, you need to evolve the business. It's not just a marketing problem. It's a retention problem. It's a business structure problem. So you can't outmarket when your systems lag. Tiered pricing is not greedy, because if people don't want it, they'll tell you. It's alignment, it's sustainability, and you're giving people the options to choose their path. So currently, a lot of schools don't have a strategy. They throw a price point on their website, and then they hope for the best. And so that is not a strategy, and that's not a way to evolve your business, guys. So if you feel stuck and you're wondering what your tiered pricing should look at, reach out, guys. So guys, if you got value from this, share, like, and comment. And then also go to rollingforrevenue.com where we talk about tiered pricing and why you need to do it. And just remember, keep changing lives, and I'll see you on the mats.